and my computer is freaking out already. Oh man, what is happening now? Okay, I'm going to commentate on my computer problems as I am commentating on this game at the same time, watching this off my laptop, which has been having the problems. This is interesting. I'm not sure what's happening right now, but I can still see the screen. That's good. Okay, observatory coming up. Definitely going to need that. He knows fantasy very well. There's going to be some mines. In fact, there's the first mine right there from that vulture. It's going to be a second or two before the first observer is out. So fantasy, if he wants to take advantage of the small window of opportunity, you might want to try to sneak into the main, see if he can bypass the dragoons sitting out front. Of course, Brave is not going to make that easy. He knows fantasy's play, so he is blocking off the front as best he can, even adding a pylon there. Fantasy laying more mines, doing the best he can as far as that goes, laying another mine right next to the dragoon, trying to glitch that dragoon to stay next to the mine, but that didn't quite work out. Looks like Brave is on top of things here, doing his best. Yo, Brave did a good job there running away from the mines. But of course, he kind of trapped that dragoon in. I'm not sure how that dragoon's going to get out of this. Oh, I think he sniped the mine. Very quick reaction from him as Fantasy is still trying to push his luck, still trying to put on a small contain to start this game out with. Okay, the first observer, there it is, first observer coming out. So Brave is going to be able to clear the minefield right next to his natural expansion. So that should help ease up some of the pressure here. And let's see if Fantasy can continue putting on the pressure. He still has a couple of tanks out. He has a few tanks now. And Fantasy is a pretty aggressive player these days, even though I haven't seen him play up against a Protoss player recently. I'd say he's probably still up to his old tricks. Moving out into the middle of the map right now with his vultures, and he still has the tanks at the high ground near his natural expansion. Okay, the vulture's coming up, trying to get the surround on the dragoons, backing off. So Brave knows what he's doing there, playing some nice observer play there, getting the observer out before the dragoons run in and die horribly, slaughtered to mines, which I've seen happen to a lot of Protoss players in Fantasy's hands. Okay, Fantasy, I still think he's going heavy vulture because he put down 2 more factories. Neither of them have machine shops. So I think we're going to see some pretty heavy vulture from him pushing the front. Citadel of Adun coming up for Brave. And let's see what Brave does next. I think he's going to use that mostly just for his Zealot speed. Going to work on upgrades later, of course, but it looks like he's just sticking to 2 bases right now. He has those observers keeping an eye on Fantasy's troops as Fantasy's going... I'm not sure if Fantasy knows where the dragoons are. He's going to know it right now, being spotted by the engineering bay. Let's see if he pulls back. He is pulling back with his entire troop, so it looks like he's going to try to get a nice surround. Brave loses a couple of dragoons to 1 mine, I think, as he's trying to fight his way out of this jam. Looks like he's not going to last too much longer here as Fantasy pushing with all of his troops. Brave is coming down, though, with a pretty huge army. It looks like he's macroed up a pretty large army, and he's going to attack the natural expansion as he's drawing Fantasy's attention down to the 6 o'clock. This is pretty smart, actually, getting the tanks out of position as well. So if he can sneak up and not get surrounded, he's just got to be careful about not getting his dragoons surrounded, get them popped like water balloons. But Fantasy knows about this now. He's pulling back with his tanks and most of his troops. He has his tanks in position. I don't think he has siege quite yet, but he's laying mines right now. He's got to be careful with all of his SCVs over here. Basically, those SCVs are just trying to block those troops from running into the main, make it easier to surround them out in the field. Fantasy, pretty good play from him, keeping most of his tanks alive. But Brave coming in with reinforcements as well. He does have plenty of dragoons to fight this off, I think. So Fantasy has got to get some nicer surrounds right now. He's got to get some nice surrounds with those vultures. Wasn't quite paying attention there, but now... he's coming in with his SCVs. He's still splashing all of these dragoons, and I think he will be able to clean this up sooner or later. He might be losing a few more troops than he wanted, though. But Brave has not taken his 3rd base yet, still working from these 2, as Fantasy is building his 3rd down at 6 o'clock position. Oh, those mines are coming in handy now. Brave not being as careful with observer play once he's coming in with his reinforcements. Looked like he wasn't prepared to escort those dragoons through the minefield, and that cost him there, definitely. Especially seeing as though he's still sticking to these 2 bases. I'm not even sure if he's able to take his 3rd. There are some yellow dots up here. Yeah, not able to plop down the Nexus at the 12 o'clock position. So Fantasy does have a stronger economy going as long as he defends this 6 o'clock base. He does have Siege now, so he's going to get the Siege tanks in, sneaking into the main with the Vultures. It looks like Brave wasn't quite paying attention. Oh, he's going to lose these Dragoons. No observers in the area at all. I'm not sure where all the observers have gone for Brave, but there's nothing in here to help him out with these mines, as Fantasy just camping out, killing as many probes as he can as the mines continue to drag into these Dragoons. There's another mine there if Brave isn't careful. Fantasy's going to try to draw perfect from Fantasy, drawing those Dragoons up behind the minerals so he could kill them horribly. Oh, man. Oh, mines, 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 mines. Gotta love it. Look at that pool of blue blood, and there's nothing to fight back these Vultures now. I don't see any troops left for Brave, so these mines just did him in. GG. What did I say about Vulture play? Well, let's move on to the second set as Brave continues to... He's going to have horrible nightmares about Vultures either way. But here we go, second set.